Hello and welcome to my reaction to Attack on Titan chapter 125. Okay, so I'm excited to read this chapter because there's lots of directions it could go in and any of them will be amazing. The only thing it could do terribly and really screw us over is if it went back to Hanji and Levi now, but even then if it's done well it could be good. But that's besides the point. So alright, for those of you who want to just get straight into the reaction, skip a couple minutes ahead. I'll probably put a time code somewhere up on the screen for you to look at. But for anyone who's a bit interested in the last couple videos that went down and what I'm planning to do for this video onwards, I'll just very briefly talk about that. It'll only take a minute. So, for some of you will know, some of you won't. Last couple of videos got into troubles with copyright, got taken down. That's why they're not available anymore. I do plan on reposting them, but I have to wait for the current copyright strikes to go first before I take that risk. Right now, I'm working my best on reducing the risk of uploading these videos. So, the method I'm using right now is basically to just not have the manga shown at all in the video, which I know, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, I get it. I wish I could show it too, but I'd rather use a less interesting format if it means that I can keep my channel, because it's not just my ability to continue making videos that's at jeopardy, it's also all the videos I've already uploaded. So if I screw up more and lose the channel, not only will I be unable to upload more reactions, but you guys won't even be able to watch the reactions I've already uploaded, right? So I think it's in everyone's best interest that I do this, even if for a lot of people it won't be best. So yeah, there won't be any manga shown in this video. I am still recording the manga on my screen, so that if somewhere down the line I figure out a way of including the manga without getting copyright problems, I can re-upload this video with the manga added in. But for the time being, no manga being shown. I will try to tell you when I'm moving to the next page. This is my first time doing it without the manga on screen for you to look at, so I might forget. I'll try to remember. And of course I'll be reading through as well as I always do, so it should be easy enough to follow. Alright, this was uploaded an hour ago now. I've been spending a lot of time making sure everything's set up properly. Oh shit, there's so little battery on my camera. Even better reason to just get a move on before my battery completely runs out and I lose the recording. Oh boy, okay. Let's get into this. I'm going to have to rush a bit because my camera is already half charged. I thought I charged it up. Apparently, my charger didn't work for some reason. Fun. Alright, let's get into this. I have no time to waste, I'm afraid. Alright. Thank you for all the translators. Chapter 125, Afterglow. Stohess District. Oh, there's the Colossal Titans moving through. Jesus, that is terrifying. Of course, all the walls will have been broken down then, eh? Not just the outer walls, so yeah. I found a survivor this way. Quick, help me. Okay, so the military police are helping with evacuation of civilians. Nice, nice. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's Hitch. Nice. Lift that rubble. Be careful. Good. Calm down. It's all right now. Good on you, Hitch. Oh, Jesus, look at that. What happened? The wall suddenly collapsed. And that terrifying weird dream. Yep, that vision that Eren gave everyone. Yes, everyone saw it. The Wall Titans have made a line, and they are headed outside of the island. They probably didn't mean to attack us, though. I'm on the second page. You can tell I'm reading through it, yeah. My house. Because of Eren Yeager. It's just collateral damage. Nothing worth making a big deal out of. You, how dare you? This guy lost his son, you know, Jesus. Lots of people died because of the walls collapsing. No, they were killed by Eren. Yep, there's a lot of shit going on. As I said, it's not just people outside the walls that are going to die. I think I said this, but people inside the walls are going to die too. Maybe not maybe not all of them. You know, maybe not the entire, land's going to be crushed, but a lot of people are going to die, as is being shown here, even inside the walls. Exactly, Eren Yeager has killed his own people. But if he hadn't released the Titans of the Walls, it would be all the Eldians on the island who would be exterminated by the enemy. That's another fair point. You could make the argument of, yes, people are dying because of Eren's actions on the island, from collateral damage and stuff like that, but if he hadn't done it, then everyone would have been killed, so these are all people who would have died anyway. You can make that argument. Whether or not you agree with the argument's up to you, but it is an argument that I think is a fair one to make. Yeah, well said. We, the Eldian Empire... God. We, the Eldian Empire, now live thanks to the noble sacrifice. We won. You cannot win without making sacrifices. Dedicate your hearts. Oh, God. Eldian Empire. So horrible. I really... The Eldian Empire coming back would be a truly horrible thing to happen. Their deaths were meaningful. Dedicate your hearts. Hitch. Dedicate your hearts. This is bad. With this state of excitement, there could be fights between the civilians themselves. We better prepare. Leave me to handle this and go to HQ and bring the new recruits and weapons in there. Okay, so Hitch is heading to HQ to get recruits and stuff. Nice. Okay. Load all the anti-riot gear. Hurry up. At your command. Seriously, what are these people... what are these people from Shinganshina doing? Huh? Annie's been moving about. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, this is from the basements. Oh, someone behind the door. Oh, I can't show you with the mouse because you don't have it on your screen. Someone behind the door, it looks like. Yes. If you scream, I will slit your throat. Jesus, Annie. You are fucking ruthless. I love it. Oh, I know I said I wasn't, like, massively hyped about Annie coming back last chapter because it's been so long waiting for her that my hype kind of died down. But it's still really nice. People spying. Jesus. Annie. Oh, you look so good, Annie. It's so cool to see Annie in Isayama's new art. It's so cool. First off, take off your jacket. Whoa, Hitch! Damn! That was a legit move there. Nice. And she slams her against the desk. You are so weak. I thought you were an old lady. Of course, Annie's not 100% right now. She's just gotten out of a 4-year-long nap, I think. 4-year-long nap. 4-year-long sleep in a giant crystal. So she's very weak. Still, though, weak or not, that's impressive from Hitch. The girl who only got into the military police because she wanted to slack off. Good on her. To think I could send you flying like that, Annie. Of all people, it had to be you, Hitch. In any case, I need to get her to the basement. If I don't restrain her, this city will... Someone! It's useless, Annie says. Huh? Oh, shit. I already cut myself. I can transform into a Titan at any point. Shit. I mean, that's true. She doesn't have to transform at the moment of cutting herself. Now, when thinking of that, it kind of begs the question back in Season 1 why she didn't cut herself immediately with the ring as soon as Armin... Because there was a whole thing, wasn't there, where Armin was trying to convince her to go with her. And Annie was like, okay, I'll come along with you, but she suspected that they were trying to trap her, so she put the ring on so that she could cut herself. Begs the question why she didn't just cut herself in advance back then as well, but whatever. Whatever, it's not a big deal. It's not that big of a deal. It wouldn't have affected the plot anyway, so it's not a massive problem. Oh, something tells me that you are too weak to transform right now. That may be the case, but do you want to take that gamble? I mean... Miss... I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Miss Hitch, is something wrong? What's she gonna do? Miss Hitch? I'm coming in. In the end, you're smarter than I thought, Hitch. Shut up. There's no reason for me to refuse if you want to leave the city. More than anything, I'll be freed from my duty of having to look at your face in the basement. I'm relieved. I'm relieved I won't have to hear your ramblings about boys any longer. So she could hear. So it's confirmed she could hear from inside the crystal. Why do you... No way, you were conscious all this time? For over 4 years? 4 years. It was like I was having some sort of faint dream. Your voice and Armin's were all I could hear in the distance. And when I didn't, I would always be stuck. within the same darkness. That's why I got the gist of what's going on outside thanks to you guys babbling. I mean, people theorize this would be the case, that she would know what's going on because she overheard the conversations. But it's still nice to have it confirmed, even if it was already a pre-existing theory. And then I was suddenly thrown outside. I heard Eren's voice. Destroying the world. Did he say that for real? He did. He really did. And the Colossal Titans. God, this is going to be so amazing. Even if it's CG, they've proven that they can do good-looking CG with Rod Reese's Titan. So even if it's a CG rumbling, with all the smoke, I mean, just look at how much smoke that is. With all the smoke, I'm sure they can make it look good, even if it is CG. And then maybe a few proper shots here and there with 2D animation. Because it's the final climax of the show, right? I wouldn't be surprised if they went all out and put a bit more extra money into that bit. But again, I'm not an animator, so I'm not going to say anything about it. So the Wall Titans really... Look at their feet. Yeah. My first worthwhile job after becoming a soldier was cleaning up dead bodies and rubble. Yep. After that little brawl you had with Eren, I mean. Yep, back in Season 1. Would you mind answering now? When you look at the corpses of people you trampled over for your grand goal, how does that make you feel? And then he's just looking, emotionless almost. Ah, yeah. Since you asked that so many times, I thought about it. Yeah, she was banging on the crystal, yeah. About what had never crossed my mind. Killing people was something to be praised for. We were taught that after crossing the frontiers, killing soldiers and civilians indiscriminately was fine. For the sake of our mission, to atone for the sins of the Eldians and to save the world, each and every action was justified. It's a very dangerous way of thinking. That goes for you fans of the show as well. It's a very dangerous way of thinking to suggest that all actions are justified because of a grand goal. Because it depends really on how effectively they're actually going to achieve the goal, as well as multiple other factors. I heard about your circumstances from Armin. Basically, we were trying to prevent this. Yeah, pretty much. So, the dead bodies under the rubble were more or less sacrifices, is what you're trying to say. No. I didn't care about things like saving the world. Huh? I didn't care about anything. Oh shit, we're actually going to get more backstory. Nice. Awesome. I was abandoned by my parents almost as soon as I was born. The mother's adulterous lover was an Eldian. Oh? That means she's half Malayan as well, right? That's what was established with my blood test. The one who adopted... Damn. Cheating with an Eldian must be, like, really frowned upon, eh? Because, I mean, just cheating with on your partner is a horrible thing to do. But cheating on your partner with someone who is considered, like, of a lesser race... Of course, there's nothing wrong with loving an Eldian in reality. But within their society and from their viewpoint, that would be a really horrible thing to do. In reality, it wouldn't be a horrible thing to do because there's nothing wrong with Eldians. But from their perspective, that would be a really... like, if you're going to cheat on me, at least cheat on me with someone that's worth cheating on rather than some Eldian scum. You know what I mean? The one who adopted me and raised me inside the internment camp was a man with Eldian blood who came from abroad. Oh, interesting. I heard he was placed inside the internment camp for a reason similar to mine. Interesting. His goal was to train me into becoming a warrior of Marley so that he could live a wealthy life. Before I even got old enough to understand what was going on around me, the man drilled the hand-to-hand combat techniques from his homeland into me. In his eyes, my only value resided in whether or not I could become a warrior. Time passed, I became as strong as the man wanted, and I got back at him for all the punishment I endured up to that point. I left him in such a state that he'd never be able to walk straight again. I remember that from the OVA. The man was rejoicing. Now you can kill the enemy even if you have no weapons, he said. He was crazy dedicated to his cause. He's like, ah shit, you broke my leg. That's wonderful. That means you can break other people's legs, you know? Like, I mean, say what you want about the guy. At least he wasn't a hypocrite, you know? At least he knew what he wanted and, you know, he was going for it, even if his goal was pretty terrible. And the way he treated Annie was even worse. What kind of story did you just start rambling about? I could only listen to you speaking for 4 years, so you won't mind if I talk a little. That's that's fair, to be honest. That is totally fair. So that's why I was fine no matter what happened. No matter how many people of whichever country died, not how many lived. If the concept lives, including my own, the concept of lives, the concepts of lives, including my own, wasn't something I could find any value in. That's right. Until that time, that was on the morning of our departure for the island, as part of the operation to retake the Founder. The man kneeled before me and apologised. He told me that everything he'd taught me was a mistake. He begged, as he was crying, he begged for me to come back. But if the status as a member of the warrior unit, or the title of honorary Marleyan, be it the status of the blah 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 blah, he told me it was all right to throw them away as long as I came back home. The man was my father. He thought of me as his own daughter. I have a father waiting for me to come home. And there are others like me, who have people they hold dear. I don't think nothing matters anymore. I believe I've committed sins that can't be undone. She looks kind of like Krista in that panel. And they're passing through the town. If it's to go back to my father, I'd do it again. Damn. I mean, hey, if you told me 2 chapters ago that we'd be getting any backstory now, I probably wouldn't have believed you, but it's cool. And Hitches, yeah, just, is that so? I'm glad I could hear that. But even if you go back to your father, you'll find nothing but rubble and dead bodies, I'm afraid. Oh, shit, that's gone down a lot. Liberio internment camp. We already told you, God knows how many times, the rumbling has been activated. Eren Yeager is coming to snatch all of our lives away. Your house and Mr. Kami's home will get crushed too. And everyone's in the Liberio zone is like rioting. There's no basis to trust that story of yours. Everyone had the same dream, you say. Of course the Marleyans won't have had the dream, so they won't just blindly believe what the Eldians are saying. I'm supposed to believe that nonsense and let you out? You just arranged beforehand to tell the same story so you could run away from here. I mean, I get it. Like, I understand from the guard's perspective that this could just be an elaborate ruse to get out of the internment camp. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if stuff like this has happened in the past, to be honest. All Eldians in the internment camp around the world must be doing the same thing. Are you trying to tell us we arranged our stories with them too? That's not outside the realm of possibility. What? Okay, that's a bit extreme. The idea that all the Eldians around the world conspired to do this. Okay, that's ridiculous. That's actually, yeah, no, that's. At first, I was like, I don't like this guy, but I get where he's coming from. Now it's like, no, legit, that's ridiculous. At this point, you bastards are already guilty of conspiring. You're all under arrest. Get on your knees, hands behind your head too. Hurry up and do it. That's why. Please promise me you'll come back. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so the guards are putting everyone down. Not literally, but they're putting them down on their knees. Alright. I promise. Oh, shit. He's fighting back. Okay. Oh, of course, he's the one who taught Annie the fighting techniques in the first place, so of course he'd know them. Oh, but we don't get to see what happens. Okay, we're going back to Keith and his posse. Is that a gunshot? Instructor! The Aegarists are gathering and taking control of this fortress. We should hurry up and run. If they found you again, there's no telling what could happen. It's really nice. It's really cool that now that the rumbling has happened, we're kind of just going between the characters and seeing how everyone responds to it, you know? We're seeing the Eldians in the internment camps, we're seeing Annie and Hitch going through the town looking at the destruction, we're seeing the evacuations, we're seeing the destruction of this land. But more importantly, we're seeing the people who are having their land destroyed and who are going to die. We're not focusing on, oh, it's so cool, Colossal Titans are trampling everything. We're focusing on the people who are being affected by this tragedy, and that's something I really like and I really appreciate. Bang! Oh shit. Oh, that's a really cool transition. Okay, so he goes up, Arr! And then bang, there's a gunshot, and then it transitions to Keith also hearing a gunshot. Instructor, Now, I imagine that's not okay, I'll keep reading and then say something about that. The Aegirists are gathering and taking control of this fortress. We should hurry up and run. If they found you again, there's no telling what could happen. Oh, it's cool. The guys who were beating him up and trying to overthrow him earlier are now helping him out, and that's nice. That's really nice. There's no place where I belong anymore. We sliced the necks and heads of the military government just a moment ago, and I could only mourn them. Ugh. The Aegirists have the support of the population. They'll surely seize control and rule over this island. For someone from the old regime like me, there's no other outcome but being eradicated. Besides, I don't really feel like I could spend the rest of my days shitting outdoors on some remote mountain in the middle of nowhere either. No way. If you hadn't saved us a few hours ago, we would be dead by now, Instructor. We'll protect you no matter what happens, Instructor. You idiots. What do you think I obediently let all those piss-brain brats beat me up for? And there's the official... Yeah. Of course, we already knew he'd let them beat them up, but... It's nice that they know now. Don't try to oppose the Aegirists by any means. You should try and protect yourselves as much as you can. As things are, you are part of this system. No way. However, there'll come a day when you'll have to make a stand. Until then, don't lose sight of yourselves. That's the thing, isn't it? This isn't really going to achieve peace, probably. There are people who disagree with Eren. We're seeing right now that there are people who disagree with Eren, who hate Eren, on the island. Like, okay, so you wipe out everyone in the world. That's not like people, like when it comes to other plans like Zeke's plan or Armin's plan, where it's like sitting down on the table and negotiate. Like whenever it comes to any other plan, people always say, well, that's not gonna solve war. You know, there's still gonna be war and battle. You know, it's not gonna bring about world peace. Neither is this. Like, yes, it will bring around peace in places like Marley and the Middle East, because those places will be fucking dead. So those places will be dead. So it's kind of hard to have wars when everyone's dead, you know? Okay, so if the quality has just dramatically dropped and the camera angle's changed, my camera ran out of battery, but I'm not going to give up on this reaction because I'm already halfway through the chapter, so I've switched over to recording on my phone. Quality won't be as good. The audio will still be as good because I'm using audio from the mic, not from the camera or the phone. But I don't know how long this battery can last on the phone, honestly, so I'm going to need to be quick about this and hope that the camera doesn't run out of battery. I'm going to have to be keeping an eye, though. Okay, where was I? But as I was saying, like, there are already people who oppose Eren and who are preparing for a potential eventual uprising on the island. So, yes, it may bring around a temporary peace, but as Erwin and Pixis and all of them have been saying, people will continue to fight until there's one person or less, you know? That's just how humanity is. So unless Eren plans to fundamentally rob people of their humanity and change who we are as people on like a biological level, which I suppose would be possible, but at that point, would you even be human anymore? Like, isn't the emotions and the ideologies and the things that cause conflict between people, isn't that part of what makes us people? Is that we're flawed people? We're flawed, we have our own beliefs, our own ideologies and all that. Isn't that part of being a person? Point is, though, that I don't see how this plan, unless there's another step to the plan. As far as we know right now, the plan ends at wipe out the rest of the world. If that's not actually where the plan ends and there's another step, fair enough. But as it is right now, this plan is going to result in just as much conflict as any other plan. Only the conflict will be on a smaller scale, because there'll only be a few people left to have conflict, because everyone else will be fucking dead. Anyway, let's carry on. Okay. Come on, there we go. Armin, wait. Even if you left for Ragarkon now, you wouldn't be able to catch up to Connie. Besides, what are you going to do if you catch up to him? Giving up on turning his mother back into a human. Is that what you'll tell him? Yeah, I'll tell him that. You think that'll work, little buddy? Even if that's no good, we have to make a move and do what we can. Fair. If we don't, we won't be able to gain Gabby's trust. We need this child. Whether or not we'll get Reiner and the Cart Titan still lurking somewhere to comply depends on that. It's not like the problem of It's not like the problem of depending on the inheritance of the Nine Titans has gone away either. The worst thing is that the 2,000-year-long history of continued infighting over the Titan powers will happen all over again on this tiny island. If I'm honest, I'm so tired. I feel like I'm going to bed right. I think Annie's probably feeling the opposite right now. In any case, we have to do what we can. It's funny because last chapter ended with Armin realising that Annie's escaped from her crystal, and it's just continued straight on to him going after Connie now. Interesting that we don't really have his thoughts on that, like, how does he feel about the fact that Annie's free now? Oh well, whatever. I'm sure we'll get his thoughts. It's just not as immediate as I was expecting. In any case, we have to do what we can, because our cosy little human history is going to be changed a great deal from here onwards. I'll tell Connie that even as a Titan overturned on her back, his mum is fine as she is. Let's see how this goes, buddy. I'm off. Armin, what should I do? Oh, go help Jean. Think for yourself a little. What should we do about Eren? Nah. I don't know. And there's nothing we can do about it anyway, right? Jesus, Armin. Armin's getting mad. I mean, I don't blame him given the circumstances, but damn, he is getting mad. And, yeah. Huh? Hanji and the captain may have been killed. Flock's team is probably pointing their guns at us. Moreover, Annie might be back. The military chain of command has broken down. It's complete chaos. Historia is probably going to be in danger as well. The volunteer troops and Azumabito Niccolo's position is no longer safe either. Oh, I like that shot where it shows like a split panel of him, but his like heads are in different positions. It really shows his mind, like it really represents that his mind is all frazzed and he doesn't know what to think or what to do. That's a nice little detail there. I like that. So there's nothing we can do. We don't have time to think about Eren right now. You understand, right? Huh? Oh. Sorry. Oh, this is nice. I like this character. I like this interaction between the two. It's really nice. I mean, it's not nice in the sense that it's a pleasant interaction, but it's nice in the sense that it's very interesting. If Commander Erwin was here, we wouldn't be as disorganized and scattered as we are right now. And Mikasa looks up. Now, the answer is clear. The one who should have been revived wasn't me. And then he walks out. Damn. Huh? The muffler's gone. Oh. Okay. The muffler. I don't think I know what a muffler is. But okay. And they're tending to the horses. Even for his mum's sake, taking a child's life in exchange is probably something that Connie will be considering hesitantly. This is Sasha's dad talking. You will surely make it in time. Thank you, Mr. Browse. I'll be putting up at Mr. Browse's place for a short while. It's better if you guys leave this place as soon as possible. Mia, take care. My real name is Gabby. Huh? Eh? Gabby's strange. Mia's better. Huh? Okay, that's nice. I like that. Deku, that's a strange name. It reminds me of that interaction, kind of. Bye, Kaya. Farewell, Gabby. Oh, it's nice that they made up in the end. You know? It's nice. Leaving. God damn, this place is so broken. And then there's some noise. Flock, stop, don't shoot. Calm down, Jean. Just making him understand. Jesus! He still didn't understand the situation, but using this I think it's been made clear. Jesus, Flock! What happens to all you volunteers if using my mouth to ask doesn't work? Hey, who asked you to put on airs and act like you're the king around here? Amazing, you paid very good attention, John. Everyone listen to me. Okay. I heard about this plan from Eren 10 months ago. The plan for Eren to use Zeke in order to obtain the power of the founding Titan. Huh? I gathered some friends and aided Eren, and that plan has been achieved today. You volunteers have lost your commander, and the soldiers who would side with you. It's kind of difficult to believe, Flock. Because on the one hand, he's saying that he heard the plan. From Eren 10 months ago. But on the other hand, he does seem like the kind of guy who would lie about this for the sake of establishing himself as the leader of this group. You know what I mean? He seems like he'd be the kind of person that would do that. God, this is an unflattering angle. Oh well. You will also lose your homelands. They will be the ground which the Titans will step on during the rumbling. The dream of restoring your homelands, the main reason that you volunteers came to the island, has been shattered. Fucking hell, Flock. I've always been one of Flock's defenders, like, hey, like, he's a bit of a dick, but ultimately he's not doing anything that's actually that terrible. But Jesus Christ. Even as someone who's defending Flock, it's like he is being an absolute cunt right now. I think my opinion of Flock, just due to this very speech alone, has gone from tentatively kind of like, I don't like him, but I'm going to support him. Well, not support him, but I'm going to defend him from people who just blindly hate him, to like, you know what? Go ahead and hate him. It's okay. He's a bit of a cunt, you know? It's fine. Nevertheless, if there is any one of you on this island who would lend their strength to the Eldian Empire, say it now. Then again, he is only telling the truth again. It is true that dreams have been shattered. I mean, he's being a bit of a dick about it, but he's not actually lying. We will welcome you as Eldians with open arms. Stop fucking around, you bastard, he yells, and then, yeah, I was expecting that. Bang, just shoots him through the head. Jesus. Eldian Empire's looking good so far, mates, isn't it? Pay your respects to him. Even when facing a bullet, he did not yield, but clung on to his pride. Jesus, I'm sorry, man. Fuck. But there is no need to die for one's pride. Isn't it okay to just kneel over? Instead of dying like this, isn't it better to live? Jesus, Flock, I get what he's saying, and he's technically not wrong in regards to, like, their homelands are gone, there's no point fighting for what they came to fight for, blah, blah, blah. He's technically not wrong, but, jeez, he is so willing to take people's lives. It's actually, like, frightening, you know? Like, Yelena was like that too, but the thing is that Yelena was so kind of, like, heartless. Like, not heartless, but she was so emotionless looking. She looked like she didn't even have emotion. So when she took someone's life, just shot them through the head, I was like, well, that's what an emotionless psycho will do, right? But with him, it's like he's passionate, he's angry, he's got all this emotion, he's got a way with words, and he's just killing people and then making like, oh, it's okay. Mourn the loss of this pride film. It's like, dude, Jesus, like, he's the kind of guy who would, like, murder you and then tell you why it's okay to die while he's stabbing you in the chest, you know? It's fucking frightening. Jesus. Oh, shit. I will give you time to think about it. Take them to the cells. This... Jean and Mikasa. Mikasa's got a very manly frame, doesn't she? That's not a problem. Makes sense. I'll have mine a bit of a... I'm not gonna get into that, actually. I'm gonna stop that train of thought before I get into anything weird. This... Jean, what happened? Huh? But before I can even say anything... Regarding the... This is a fucking dark chapter, isn't it? Holy shit. Regarding the question earlier. I am Eren's representative. If Eren solves all the problems around the island, I can also eradicate all the hate within the island. Okay. Sure, Flock. Anyways. We survived that hell from years ago, and we finally got that... got this in our hands. Do you understand what I'm saying? We're free. You no longer have to fight. You can live the way you want. Right, Jean? Didn't you say you wanted to live a comfortable life as a military officer? Do it. You're a hero. Is it... over? It's over. That's why you should go back to being your old self, to the arrogant bastard you were. Jesus. Jesus, Flock. What did you just say? Like, this is... like... Flock, this chapter is going to be something I'm going to have to think about. Because I think this is the kind of thing where your gut reaction will be to hate him, obviously. Your gut reaction would be to hate him, but it's like, I think this is the kind of thing where I need to take a couple days, you know, mull it over, think about it in the grand scheme of things, really think about what he's saying. I think I'm going to need time to make a decision on what my stance on Flock's character is, because this is it's difficult. It's difficult. That's what I'll say. It's difficult. What did you say? And then Jean and Yonkapon, or however the fuck you pronounce his name, look at each other. Flock. Captain Levi and Commander Hanji, where are they? Ah. It's a shame, but Zeke killed them. Oh shit, are we actually... Oh no, we're not. He says that, but do we actually know that? We don't. But, I mean, it is technically possible that they died off camera and we're going to get a flashback and blah 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 blah. It's technically possible, but I highly doubt it. So I think, at the moment, I think it's safe to say... But then again, would he be saying that Zeke killed them so confidently if they didn't kill them? Because Levi and Hanji are strong, right? They're not just random soldiers. Like, if they come back, they're not gonna... They're a problem, right? So I feel like Flock wouldn't just be confidently saying, oh yeah, they're dead, Zeke killed them. Unless he's just that blinded by his own idea of them being this powerful revolutionary force. He's like, well, yeah, we sent some soldiers after them. Of course they're dead. There's no way they could survive that. There are soldiers. There are Jaegerists. Of course they got them. You know, like, he's the main protagonist of the story who has, like, plot armor, and all of his group are the best fighters because reasons, you know? Anyway, Mr. Connie, thank you for helping me, but we've been going north all this time, right? Look, the sunset is that way. It's okay. It's dangerous in the south. It's best to stay away. This is going to be an interesting interaction. You've lost your memory, so I'm taking you to the hospital safely. You just knocked yourself out. It's true. After all, I'm just a soldier doing his job. That's right. This is interesting. I became a soldier. Connie! Please come back, an amazing soldier that protects everyone! Dad, Sonny and Martin, you're not coming back, but I can bring back Mum. Just wait a little longer. Mum, I became a soldier and... Thank you, Mr. Connie, to do all this for me alone. It's okay. This is such an interesting interaction. This is so... I love this. This is so great. This is so great for Connie's character. Connie of all people. I love it. I'm glad that Mr. Connie is a good person. However, I have to get back to the south no matter what. I can only remember up to being with Brother and Gabby. Oh no! Oh, he doesn't know the flock. He doesn't remember the cult's dead. That's gonna be a fun conversation. Jesus. God damn. Okay. Still recording? Yeah, okay, good. But what happened after all that? I can't remember. The spinal fluid that's in my body. What happened to Brother and Gabby? The Malayan soldiers, they might have left in the airships already. And Mr. Connie. I have a feeling I've met him somewhere before. Mr. Connie doesn't seem to know me, or is it just me? Oh, man. And Connie's expression as well. Ah, this is going to be such an awesome moment in the anime when it's got music and voice acting, especially from Connie. I'm so curious to hear how Connie's voice actor will handle that scene. That's going to be good. That's going to be good. Oh, more airships. Look at the speed of the airships. It seems like they're heading straight back to Male. Oh wait, no, this is a different scene. Yeah, this is Piek. Okay. After seeing the rumbling, they've lost all hope in the survival of our Malayan army. Ah, Magath did survive, good. I mean, I already assumed he'd survived, but it's nice to get confirmation, because we didn't see him after the wall crumbled. No, it was the right choice. We can update the mainland regarding the current situation. It's better than waiting until they're crushed. However, after all this, can we do anything? Do you have a plan to stop all of this? No. Is that how I think it is in the background? Is that... Is that Hanji? Is that Hanji in the background? However, we have to hold out. We have to hold out until the bitter end. Huh? Wait. Oh, it is Hanji. Please wait. Huh? It is Hanji. Yes. Hanji. Hanji with Pieck and Magath. What a powerhouse of a group. Like, if Armin was there, we'd have like all the intelligent strategists here. And Jean too. But Hanji, Pieck and Magath, if there's a group that's going to come up with a plan how to solve this, like, they're the group to do it. Add in Armin and maybe Jean, you'd have like the perfect group to overcome any situation with their brain. Seriously. For now, please don't eat me. As you can see, I have no weapons. Huh? Who's back there? Please rest assured that over there is a completely harmless man who failed to die. Oh shit, and then there's Levi. Look at him, he's all bandaged up. Oh man. A completely harmless man who failed to die. A soldier shall not die until he has given meaning to his life. Oh man. Okay. Wow. That was a really awesome chapter. It wasn't... I was expecting it to be more kind of action and plot focused, you know, with the rumbling happening and all that, but I don't know if this is an opinion shared by everyone. Personally, though, I quite like the direction this chapter took, with it being, as I said earlier, it's looking not at the destruction being caused by the rumbling. It's looking more... Well, it is looking at that, but it's focusing more on the people and how they're being affected by this. And there's that one line earlier, I can't remember exactly where it was. I can't remember exactly where it was. This chapter feels like it was so long. Where was it? It was like something. I guess. Nah, I don't know where it was. There was a line where Annie was like looking up at the Colossal Titans, and Hitch said something like, "No, look at their feet." And they were looking at, Jesus, that's not a fun panel to stop on. Let's go ahead a bit. It's like, that's a really interesting, that's a cool line. It's like, we're not looking at the Colossal Titans, we're looking at what they're leaving behind. We're looking at the people, the ruined lives, all this stuff. We're looking at the chaos that just the idea of what's happening is causing. Like, the world hasn't even been destroyed yet, right? The world hasn't crumbled, the militaries haven't fallen. The world is still fine. The only one that's being damaged at the moment is Paradise Island, right? So, the world hasn't even fallen yet. But just the idea of the fact that it will is enough to cause all this conflict. People are shooting each other in the heads. People are not rioting, but they're like... Actually, no, in the internment zone, people are rioting. Like, there's riots, there's people dying, there's military rebellions, there's, like, stuff going on just from the fact that this is going to happen, even though it hasn't even happened yet. Right? And, geez, okay. I don't know how much battery's left on my phone at this point. So, okay. Yeah, okay. So I'll check and then I'll side there. So just seconds. Okay, I actually have quite a lot of battery left. So I'm just gonna go back. I'm just gonna skim back through the chapter. I'm not gonna read through it again. I'm just gonna skim through and kind of talk about it. So, look at that. Look, that's such an amazing shot. Look at that. Seeing the destruction and looking up at the Titans from below. That's such a great shot. Honestly, that's so amazing. I love that. Oh, man. But then this, I love the direction this chapter took. We're not looking at the Titans. We're not looking at their rampage or them, you know, Eren's massive Titan trampling the land. We're looking literally at what's behind them, what's at their feet, what they're leaving behind. The people, you know, people fighting in the streets, arguing about whether this is right or wrong. You know, Annie and Hitch's conversation, where Annie's talking about how she used to not put any value in human life, but now she's different. You know, now she wants to get back to her family, to her father. The rioting in the internment zone with Annie's dad and Reiner's mum. There's the thing where the Eldians rebel. I wouldn't be surprised if Annie's dad died there. Like, I don't see how he could have survived that situation. I mean, I guess there's only so many guards, so if everybody, like, rose up and took on the guards, I suppose they could overthrow them. But Also, if that's how Annie's dad dies, I wouldn't be surprised either if they just kept the actual gunshot off camera and only implied it. Is that a gunshot? Okay. Now that I've read through the chapter fully, what gunshot, Keith? What gunshot are you talking about? So, I like the way this panel is shown. So, a gunshot is fired, right, as Annie's dad charges up at the guy with the gun. And the sound effect for the gunshot carries over just slightly onto the next page with Keith, and he says, is that a gunshot? No, I didn't commentate. Oh, wait, no. Okay, I was going to say this is some kind of weird Pat's stuff, right? Because Pat's jiggery is going on, and he heard it, but no, it's just because Flock's upstairs fucking capping people. So, yeah, no, never mind. Flock's shooting people, that's what the sound effect, that's what the sound is. And then this chapter had so many good interactions. Armin and Mikasa here is great, with Armin not knowing what to do and being freaked out and angry, and Mikasa being kind of depressed and just looking for people to guide her because she's been following Eren her entire life, and now she doesn't have Eren. She doesn't know what to do. She's just following orders, like Armin, tell me what to do. She's just trying to follow people, and you know, she's trying to find a new leader, and Armin's just like, don't ask me what to do, just do something. Like, I've got my own shit to worry about. Just come up with something, hurry up. And it's like, that's great. I like that. And then we've got Mikasa and Kaya. We've got Gabby and Kaya. We've got this whole thing with Flock, which is kind of creepy, with just how like, it's just rubs me the wrong way. This whole chapter is great. And then Connie and Falcon, there's so many good character interactions this chapter. I love it. It's literally a down-to-earth chapter, you know? We're down at ground level, looking at the people, how they're responding to this situation. This is a good chapter. This is a really fun chapter. There's no massive plot reveals, there's no twists or turns, there's no intense action sequences, it's just characters being characters, responding to the situation, and I really like that. And it ends with Hanji, Levi, Magath, and Piek, or Peek, or how you pronounce her name, meeting up, which is a great combination of characters to try and come up with some sort of plan for this. Oh man, this was a great chapter. If we only have 5 chapters left, if the final chapter is really chapter 130, then this chapter and maybe the next chapter might be the last like character focused chapters. We'll probably get some action chapters right at the very end, right? Maybe chapters 128 and 129 will be quite action focused, and then the last chapter will probably have a lot of character stuff in it as well because it's the last chapter. But if it is ending at chapter 130, then this chapter and the next chapter might be like the final character focused, with no action or anything, chapters that we get until the very end, quite possibly so. But I like it, it's fun, it's nice. And of course it's leading into Levi and Hanji finally returning. I did say before starting the video that I hated if they went back to Levi and Hanji, but I was meaning that in the sense that if the entire chapter was that and we didn't find out anything else that happened, but them being introduced at the end as a cliffhanger is a nice way of doing it. Oh man, it's been like an hour now, and my voice is starting to hurt, and I don't know how much longer my phone will be able to manage. So I'll try to be more prepared next chapter so that I have a camera that doesn't run out of battery halfway. And but yeah, I really enjoyed that chapter. I think I'm going to leave, if you've watched all the way through this video, I'm probably going to leave some questions in the pinned comment for people, so if about like the future of the channel and stuff like that. And but yeah, hopefully this video stays up. I mean, what could they possibly copyright strike me for? My fucking house? I doubt it. So yes, thank you very much for watching, and be active in the comments, you know, leave a comment. I try to interact with people. Sometimes if I'm having a bad day, I'm like, oh god, I don't want to talk about stuff right now, but I try to interact with people in the comments. So leave a comment, leave a like if you liked the video, leave a dislike if you didn't, it's all good. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I love you all, and goodbye. I meant see you next time, that's what I meant to say. I forgot my own outro. See you next time.